understand that
Palsi
it's,
Miss
like
Chanavyodra.
online communication. It's not only for teaching. It's for the connecting the people to make a community and help each other. I
Vajrasan.
think Professor
Keep your
Ida
back
also
straight, neck
featured
straight,
about that one.
and focus your mind
can I
on your
ask
breath.
the community is exactly how many people or how big is that? Because it seems that the
Concentrate,
smaller
Vasgirava.
community is better in your answer.
Oh, okay. I mean, my main experience will come from RELC, and our classes are usually around 10 to 20.
10 to 20
Vajrasana.
people, so that the
And,
people can
yeah.
freely talk each other.
I think it's as small as 5. In fact, a lot of the participants will personally email or WhatsApp or text the coach.
And
the
we are
teacher
now
trainer
in
directly.
Moscow,
And
which
if
is the
teacher
capital
trainer
of
feels
Russia,
that the
and this
question
is
very
actually the
good
State
or the
University of
learning was
Kremlin,
very
and we
good,
saw the
they will
Kremlin
then
in the
share it
background,
with the
you know,
others.
from an
But
elevated
usually our
view.
classes are small.
Really the best
Kalinichako.
part
20
of
maximum.
Moscow. And
Yeah,
we
because
have
I-
about
from
500
experience, maybe
participants
more
here
than 20, 30
participating in
community.
this
Again, I
function. In
Kisako,
fact, there are
Vedra,
quite a few
Napoli.
functions that are taking place
Lato
in
Napoli.
Russia, all across Russia, at the
Thank you very
Council
much,
Generals in different parts. Of course, the embassy is present in Moscow, so this is the main center. But we did receive footage in the early morning from Vladivostok, which is in the east, close to South Korea. And now we are receiving from the capital, which is Moscow, and we can see these iconic buildings in the background, which are, you know, in the main Kremlin square. And this is Gorky Park is where this particular function is taking place, and it has amongst them Sati Kazanova, who's a popular singer who's participating, and Alexander Usacheva, who's the director of the Ministry of Health of the Russian Federation, who's participating, and Ekaterina Pronicheva, who's the chairman of the Moscow City Tourism Committee. So quite a few big wigs there.
And to
Mugi
ensure
Mischa,
that the
Raslav.
learning is always fun and enjoyable.
Dora School
And we
Kido.
also have just released now is Sino Kitabin Language
Sledusa Prajanya.
podcast, where
Pose,
teacher can share their
Uttana Mandukasan.
experiences
Iswaraj
and
Kalinishrako.
practices on language learning. So,
Vyodra Napol.
you know, when teacher feels
Kulaki.
that they have
Baba Kulaki.
certain
Naleva
club
Naleva
or community
Plicho.
where
Leva
they
Kulaki.
can share
Na
best
Prava
practices
Plicho.
and they can learn from others what other teachers do facing the pandemic. So I think they will always stay motivated to get along with this situation and to be sustainable, whatever condition is. Because you know, when teachers are still motivated and highly qualified, I think the learning will be always fun and enjoyable. So I think that's some tips, additional tips from Semio Kitabin language. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Lu. Then I think that like a need-driven program setup is really important to meet their requests or demands. But in that means you need to survey what their demand or that they need. How do you do it in your center?
Yeah, so whenever we try
Kalini
to
Mischa.
launch a program,
Visura
a
School
training
Kivido.
program, so at least we know what the theme will be. And before conducting the training, we survey
Sledusa Pose.
the needs of the teacher.
Ver
So we
Belut.
send
Ustrasan.
questionnaires open
Na Kalini
to teachers
Vistancha.
to fill up
Vido
what they
Rukina
need.
Vyodra.
And then, in addition to
Vida
training,
Najat.
questionnaire, before
Istracha.
the training,
Ruki.
we also
Nanoka
do the
Palsi.
survey after the training in order to
Okay.
improve whether the
Maintain
training
posture
is
with normal
already,
breath.
suitable for their needs, or what kind of improvement we can do for our next training.
Thank you very much. Okay, then for Director Samrat, the culture education, like cultural activity, I think need a lot of the modification or adjustment to come over this situation. But how do you get those people in service or pre-service teacher motivated to engage in the education sectors? Dr. Director Samrat.
Slowly come back. Vido.
Thank you.
You with.
I like to say that I don't know
Raslav, kuwo
whether
kivido.
coming from the cultural section, it's fortunate
Inogi Shirako.
that we
Stretch
are
your
from
legs.
the culture,
Relax for a while.
because life
Ruki
goes
Sako.
on. And our pre-service teacher or in-service teacher who are our clients.
Next posture,
Who wants to
Vakrasan.
be in
Следующее
the field
упражнение,
of
поза
archaeology and
Vakrasan.
fine arts. And these
Ноги вместе.
professional goes on whether there is a pandemic
Права
or
нога согнуть.
not.
И левая рука вверх. Через колено.
We have to survive. So, for example, archaeologists, they cannot stop working. They have to work. So, they are, in a way, they have to move on. But we as a training center,
Глава направо.
we
Чуть-чуть
encourage
улыбка.
them by giving
Maintain posture with normal breath.
training program. And it's more advanced in a way for doing a program during this pandemic, like many centers have said, that we take this advantage to have more resource person from all over the world without having to pay for their traveling expense. They can be online and be able to exchange and give their knowledge from different parts of the world. And this knowledge is better shared among our students and also the in-service professionals who come to our training programs. So I think as long as they need to learn, and they need to learn about new technology and new movement in
Лева
the
side,
field
Исураж, ноги вместе.
of
Спина прямо.
archaeology, even visual art.
Права
and
нога
performing
согнуть.
arts. I think they always
Права рука.
searching for
Лева рука согнуть.
new knowledge. And
Права рука
so,
вверх.
as long as we
Через
can
колено.
share the training programs
на ногу
that
пальцы.
we,
налево.
you know, we have to
Twist spine.
learn
Left
about
side.
the change in society and looking for the need
So,
that
Lipka,
these
Maintain posture with
clients
normal
need,
breath.
and we give them this training program. And maybe I should say that we have to be motivated as a training center, and in order to keep them motivated and stay in the field to work with efficient and fun, and with the advantage of online or Google or you know, technology, digital technology.
Ноги широко,
I
руки
think
широко.
they are
Глубокий
looking
вдох.
at this disaster as something that we can take advantage of it and exchange farther and farther in the globe.
Yes.
I think that's my answer.
И
Thank you very much,
Najwot.
Director Tomrak. That's very important point.
Najwot.
Also, in Japan, we have
Глава прямо.
also
Прямо
the,
смотри.
tough or hard experiences, but the storytelling to share the experiences definitely
Поза
motivates
Макрасна. Ноги широко.
the people
Руки
who
вместе.
face this pandemic situation for the education sector. Their story will motivate.
Следующее упражнение. Поза
Thank you very much.
Кобра.
And
Бужангасан.
Professor Ida,
Ноги
as
вместе.
a professor
Руки прямо.
from University of Tsukuba,
И кулаки.
education sectors, I think we have this
Ладони на
worry,
груди.
anxiety.
Place your
Could you
palms
share
beside
some
your
of
chest.
your input for this
И
question?
вдох. Глава
Okay.
вверх.
So
Good.
my answer is very
Maintain
simple.
posture
So
with normal
it
breath.
is a discussion
Brother,
of each other of teachers. So they have worry and trouble,
Pose the cobra.
but they can speak with speak and
Put your
discuss
lip up.
and to up to the motivation. But in small group is nice. I mean, small group is 5 or 6 persons or below, I think.
Thank you very much. I totally
What's
agree
up?
with you. Even
What's
before
up?
pandemic, I
Ноги
think
широко, руки
professors
вместе.
or education sector
Поза
people are
Макрасан.
getting busier and busier, and the opportunity
Глубокий
to
вдох.
have even the casual conversation is very less and less. That is connecting each other and discussing some problem or
Следующее
experience is very
упражнение.
important.
Поза
Thank you very much,
Салавасан.
Saida.
Ноги вместе.
And
Кулаки.
the-
So that